Welcome to my 6.5-inch shootout between JBL, JL Audio, and Kenwood Exelon, three of the biggest names out there. We're going to do a full unboxing, then we're going to do a full listening test, and then we're going to do a full bass response. Let's jump right into round one.
Round one, fight!
For round one, we're going to do a complete unboxing and see what's included in the box. We're going to find out if it comes with any extras that might tilt the needle in their favor to win round one. That being said, I'm going to jump into the JBL. Now, the one thing I'm going to say is the JBL is the only three-way. So what that means, it has the woofer, and then it has a tweeter, and then I'm going to call it a micro tweeter or super tweeter, but it's the only one that is a three-way. Also, too, notice the mounting difference. So this is a DIN mount 6.5, and you'll see these little nibs that go on. It also is the most shallow, coming in at less than 2 inches mounting depth, and that is significant compared to the counterparts. Now, the one thing is that this, even though it becomes at the lowest price, it is a 3 ohm driver, which means it should be slightly louder than their counterparts. And also, too, it has a sensitivity of 92 dB. Now, where does this come into is that the Kenwood is at 87 dB. And we'll get into the differences on what those mean when it comes to sensitivity as we get deeper into this comparison. Kenwood Exelon is a driver that's roughly, let's call it, 2.5 inches, so it's not that much mounting depth compared to the JBL. The JBL came in at 2 inches of mounting depth. Now you'll see the same kind of idea. It has the DIN mount ears, and it has a silk dome tweeter. And as I said earlier, it has 87 dB of sensitivity. And what that is if I had a speaker and I stood 1 meter or 3.5 feet roughly from it, is how loud it'll be with 1 watt going into it. But I don't want to get too much into the weeds on that kind of stuff, all right? I'm just trying to give you a definition that this one should be quieter, but when we get to the listening test, we're going to find out how it stands up. Many of you guys might be new to my channel and don't know how much I appreciate the stuff that comes in the box. Now, the JBL, it just comes in the box. It just comes like this. It's okay. At the lowest price point, I am fine with that. The Kenwood comes with wiring, screws, a grill, and an adapter. Now this adapter is kind of for some Chevys, some Jeeps. You want to go look more into their website on it. This saves you money. And why I like this is that if I go to get this put in somewhere else, and it's not a direct fit, and I need an adapter, I'm going to say a retailer would probably charge $50 to $100 to make one of these. And this comes free in the box. And that's one thing I do really like about the Kenwood Exelon. And as you can see from the grill, which I do like, is it's good and sturdy. And I do like the embossed logo built into it as well. Heading over to the JL Audio. Now the JL... The JL Audio has 91 dB efficiency. So once again, it's not as much as the JBL, but more than the Kenwood. We'll see how that plays out in the listening test. Now, that being said, the JL is a big, deep driver. And it's not too bad. It's about the same at 2.5. You just got to be aware that if I go like this, you can kind of see the differences of the mounting depth. So make sure it fits. Now I did do the C2s. So this is the JL Audio C2 product, 650X. I couldn't get a hold of the C1s, unfortunately, but I thought this would be a great comparison because now I'm doing 139, 159, and then 279. And can we hear a difference? And that is what we want to see today. Polypropylene cone, rubber surround, silk dome tweeter, and it boasts having really good mid bass. Well, we're going to see how that goes, and it comes with a grill. And I do like it, actually, different styling, It's all around a good little driver, and then it has a little emblem that goes in here for a JL Audio.
Fatality.
Winner, round one, for what's in the box, Kenwood, hands down. And the biggest thing is as a grill, which is similar to the JL Audio, but it also comes with the adapter. And this adapter will save you money. You might not need it, but if you do need it, this will save you money. And I'm gonna put a price tag of $75 on average. So by saving you $75, I believe what comes in the box, Kenwood Exelon, winner, round one.
Round two, fight!
For round 2, what I'm going to do is I play a song and I continuously switch from the JBL to the Kenwood to the JL Audio and vice versa, so you can hear the nuances between them in real time. And I'm using a Zapco 4-channel harmony amplifier. In case anyone's curious, I use this for my testing for the 6.5-inch drivers. It's just a 1/2-inch box, and this is like a rhino lining or truck bed liner, just to keep it with a terminal cup attached to the amplifier.
Writing in the margins of my mind all day, sipping herbal okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. Water grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf, while the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on 3. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world.
Fatality.
Winner, round 2, JL Audio. I hate to say it, but it actually really did impress me. Now, what I listened for more was the voices when the men, and you can hear their voices separating, and also you can hear the kind of the echo in their voice. Their voices doesn't go hello, it goes hello. So you get that the ghostliness, the hollowness. That's how acoustics are. It's not just boom and a note. It has a little bit of an echo to it, a little bit of decay. For those of you keeping score, that is 1 point so far for Kenwood and 1 point for JL as we head into round 3, the bass test.
Final round. Fight!
For round 3, I'm trying to measure how much bass output. Let's face it, the more air you can move, the more bass performance it has. It's not the only measure of bass, but I like to do this one because you can visually see. So what I'm going to do is I take these beads and I place it on top of this speaker, just like you see here. So what I do is I put beads on top of this driver and I play some notes. And we see how high the beads go up and down to see how much power this magnet assembly has. Here's exactly the same song we listened to earlier. The first notes, look, JBL is pulled ahead. Kenwood's in second at this point. They keep going. As you can see, actually the moderation doesn't change that much. And here we go, JBL is still ahead over the JL Audio and the Kenwood. As we progress through the song, it doesn't change that much. Yes, I gave it a few beads are above the line, but even as you progress, you'll start to see that JBL is ahead of the other two drivers and a smidge ahead on the Kenwood. It just really surprised me.
Fatality.
Round 3, winner, JBL. Now, it surprised me too. And this is not a derogatory thing. Now you notice with the test, it went up and down and it showed the power of the cone itself and how much input. Now, was that the sensitivity difference? I don't know. But the whole point of kind of all of this is listen to it. Now, is the JBL speaker a bad speaker? No. I bet you with a subwoofer, that speaker would sound awesome. I do. Look at the Kenwood. The Kenwood actually kind of was an all-rounder and won the first round for value. Keep in mind, I'm using an amplifier that's roughly 50 watt. What if I started to increase that? Because remember, the power handling of these speakers were all different. One was 45, one was 60, one was 75. Also, it all depends on kind of the music you like. And I don't mean to be throwing it back at you. Look, I'm a 30-year veteran of car audio, and I still am a big believer of listen. What sounds good to you? Just like in round 2, I like the style. I like mid bass. I like that men's voices. I like that. But maybe if I listen to something else, maybe I wouldn't. I would love to hear your comments below on what speaker you thought was good. Was it JL Audio? Was it the JBL? Or was it the Kenwood? When I talked about sensitivity, I talked about it a lot on purpose. Does it mean anything? You be the judge of that. So I had the microphone, exactly the same space on every single one, same music, same volume. All I did was pause and rewind, pause and rewind. Did sensitivity make a difference? You could hear how it changed. And that's what I mean by people want to always label on specs. Specs. This one's 104, this one's 99. No. Listen to it. Use it as a ballpark, a good measuring stick. Sensitivity doesn't usually mean how loud it's going to be. And I think when you're using low power, so if I was doing like 15 watts or 10 watts on an OEM hen unit, yes, I think sensitivity makes a big difference. But I think when you add power, sensitivity doesn't mean that much in the long run. I think it's like diminishing returns. So a quick recap of this whole thing. Each speaker did all things different. Now the Kenwood came with a value, JBL had the most bass, and the JL Audio, in my opinion, and my call, sounded the best. Does that mean one speaker did it all? And that's what I was kind of curious about. I was wondering at these price points at $159, or $179, and then at $279, was there going to be an overall winner? And there wasn't. And that's what I mean when we get into car audio. And if you want to see another test like this, I'm going to show you about here, where I go into 3 different speakers, same style of testing, in which go deeper into the weeds and find out what sounds good to you.